first ever Infiniti QX65.
Keep it going out.
This is CBS LA Mornings.
Good morning. Today is Hump Day. Happy Wednesday, June 10th. Welcome to CBS LA Mornings at 5 a.m. I'm Kalina Estrinos.
Happy Hump Day. I'm Rachel Kim, and for Chris Holmstrom, here are your top stories. A bright fiery scene in Orange, where firefighters are battling flames at a pallet yard, where they're live as crews try to keep it from spreading and get it under control.
Also, is this man responsible for the damage and devastation caused in the Palisades fire? Coming up, we unpack the trial set to begin today for the accused suspect.
And for the first time, those responsible for the chemical tank crisis in Garden Grove address angry residents directly and get an earful from victims in the process.
But first, I want to take a look at the forecast. Meteorologist Amber Lee is joining us right now. And Amber, I heard people talking in the newsroom that it's getting pretty hot out there. All right, Amber, thank you. We do have breaking news to get to you this morning in Orange, where crews are still working to get a pallet yard fire under control.
CBS LA's Elise Martinez is on North Batavia Street with a look at this massive effort to put this out. Good morning, Elise.
Good morning. It's looking pretty good here right now, but still a massive response. Orange City firefighters trying to put out this 3-alarm fire. You can see that smoke there coming from the pallet yard, but it has died down significantly since we got here. You can also see that ladder there with the firefighter shooting water directly on the flames. Let's take a look at some video from earlier this morning. This call came in around 1:30 on reports of a pallet yard fire here at the 2300 block of Batavia Street. This pallet yard is owned by Calco Pallet and Associates and is located in a residential and industrial neighborhood. We're trying to get more information right now about how the fire started and what the damage is. What we can tell you is that I talked to one firefighter who says the fire appears to be dying down right now, but there are several hot spots that are a concern. Back out here live, we also talked to several people who work at businesses near the pallet yard. They're lined up in their cars behind us, but they say they can't get to work because of all the road closures. Again, you can see some black smoke now coming up this morning, but again, that smoke has died down significantly since we got here, and thankfully no injuries have been reported yet. We are waiting to hear from the battalion chief on scene to get an update on this fire. As soon as he comes over and talks to us, we'll pass that information along to you. Live in Orange, Elise Martinez, CBS LA.
All right, Elise, thank you. The fire that changed LA forever is now at the center of a courtroom battle.
Opening statements are expected today in the case against the man accused of starting the Palisades fire. CBS LA's Tina Patel is live in downtown LA with more on what jurors are expected to hear. Tina?
Good morning. Well, attorneys spent the last 2 days seating that jury, and this morning the opening statements for the trial will get underway. A lot of people are going to be watching this trial because, of course, the Palisades fire affected a lot of people. Federal prosecutors have charged 30-year-old Jonathan Rinderneck with destruction of property, arson, and timber set afire, charges that could lead to a sentence of 45 years behind bars. The former Uber driver, who used to live in the Pacific Palisades area, pleaded not guilty after his arrest back in October. Prosecutors say just after midnight on New Year's Day 2025, Rinderneck walked up the Skull Rock trailhead and intentionally started the Lockman fire. According to court documents, he called 911 to report that fire, later following firefighters back out to the scene to watch them put it out. Now, the Lockman fire was suppressed that day, but it continued to smolder underground, reigniting in heavy winds on January 7th and turning into the Palisades fire, which burned more than 20,000 acres, destroying nearly 7,000 structures and killing 12 people. Defense attorneys are expected to argue that the evidence is circumstantial and that it was the fault of the Los Angeles Fire Department failing to put out the original fire that led to the Palisades fire. As we come back out here live, prosecutors have not said why they believe Rinderneck started the Lockman fire, but they say they did talk to some Uber passengers that he had driven earlier that night, and they described him as being agitated and angry. As we said, opening statements expected to start around 9 a.m., and we're told the trial expected to last about 11 days. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Tina, thank you. We also want to get to a tragic scene in Manhattan Beach where a car crashed into a laundromat, killing one person. Police responded just after 6 o'clock last night. This was at Suds and Duds Coin Laundry on Aviation Boulevard and DeFore Avenue. Now, the victim has not been identified, and it's unclear if any arrests have been made. Witnesses we spoke with describe these scary moments.
It was trying to exit the parking lot, but it kind of stopped and it was slanted, and then it paused for a moment, and then it just slammed right into the building at a high speed.
It was like a noise, did a plane crash, did a train. It didn't sound like a normal little car accident.
It sounds really intense, and you can see how intense it is. The cause of the crash remains under investigation.
A new development in the race for California governor. CBS News projects that Republican Steve Hilton will advance to the general election and face Democrat Javier Becerra in November. CBS LA political reporter Tom Wade dives into the latest numbers.
It is not too late to save California.
Republican Steve Hilton posting this video Tuesday night as CBS News and a host of other news organizations project Hilton will face off against Democrat Javier Becerra in November in the race for governor.
The race has been called. I'm going to be in the top two. The best thing about that, every single person in California who wants change will now have the chance to vote for it.
Becerra was also in LA Tuesday and was asked about what it would mean to become California's first Latino governor.
I think what I'm reflecting is that the California dream is still alive, and under my watch, I guarantee you we're going to revive it even more.
Shortly after Hilton was projected to move on to the November general election, Governor Gavin Newsom, who stayed silent during the primary, endorsed Becerra, saying Becerra has the experience and grit California needs. He will stand up to Donald Trump, defend our families, and keep our state moving forward. GOP campaign strategist Mike Madrid.
Steve Hilton does have some good policy ideas. Is this going to be a competitive race? No, it's not. He's going to lose probably by 20 points. The Republican Party is a toxic brand because of the president.
As vote counting continues, Republicans, including President Trump, continue to spread baseless claims of elections fraud. While blasting California's election systems, Hilton stopped short of claiming the counting is rigged.
Now, we've had teams on it. We've had lawyers standing by. We've had all of these things. As I've said, we've seen nothing that would warrant that kind of intervention.
Many of the fraud claims came in the wake of LA's mayoral race, as social media sensation and former reality TV show star Spencer Pratt was knocked out of the top two by progressive LA City Councilwoman Nithya Raman.
Many MAGA Republicans do believe that the election was rigged because Donald Trump said so. And that's the only reason, because there's no smoking gun. There's no evidence whatsoever of any tampering.
Pratt has not yet conceded the race. Meanwhile, Tom Steyer, who spent more than $200 million of his own money on his campaign, did concede and urged his supporters to throw their support behind Javier Becerra. In the newsroom, I'm Tom Waite, CBS LA.
Meanwhile, the proposed half-cent increase in LA County sales tax is getting closer to passing. The latest numbers show the yes vote ahead by about 23,000. The additional money would go towards health care programs that have been dealing with reduced federal funding. There are still ballots to count and races to call. Make sure to stay with CBS LA and CBSLA.com for the latest election results in primary 2026.
In a meeting full of angry and frustrated Garden Grove residents, GKN Aerospace apologized for the first time for the chemical tank crisis.
I want to say I'm sorry that this event and this incident occurred.
Senior Vice President Steve Carlin faced heavy criticism last night after 50,000 people were forced out of their homes over Memorial Day weekend. Council members pressed for answers, asking if the company would remove the toxic chemicals from the facility and compensate impacted businesses and residents. For some locals, the only real answer was to move the company out of the city.
The appropriate response to an environmental disaster of this scale would be for GKN Aerospace to compensate citizens who are forced to evacuate, pay for all current and future healthcare needs that result from this incident, bankroll the cost of hazardous waste decontamination, and remove their facility from the city so that future incidents cannot occur.
GKN did not offer any specific solutions, only saying they are still in the early stages of investigating, and it's also way too early to make any major decisions. However, they did agree to hold a future town hall meeting.
All right, 5:09 on CBS LA Mornings at 5. The countdown to the World Cup is on.